Yeah, you thought you were gonna be watching Eddie Riggs versus Hatsune Miku, but it is I, Combo Breaker, and I'm here to plug my Discord. Yeah, in case you haven't heard this gag a billion one fucking times, I'm here to plug my Discord. There'll be a link to it in the description down below, and I really hope you guys join. It's a lot of fun in there, guys. You can post memes, talk to me, submit fan art for the next episode, and even get hints on what my next battle is gonna be, despite how incredibly cryptic they are. Like, really fucking cryptic. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop right into the episode.
Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains are the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
When it comes to fighting, there are plenty of badass powers, weapons, and abilities to wield in combat. Whether you wield a cool weapon like a sword, a battle axe, or a chain whip, or some cool-ass superpower like laser vision or magic, there's always a badass way to kick some ass. Oh yeah, but sometimes you gotta use something a little more unorthodox in a fight. Oh god, I don't like where this is going. Sometimes you have to use something like the power of music. Huh, that's not nearly as stupid as I thought it was gonna be. You see, today's combatants know how to kick your ass to some awesome music. I, of course, am out Hatsune Miku, the J-pop singer and kaiju ass kicker of Vocaloid. And Eddie Riggs, the badass heavy metal demon slayer, the brutal legend. Hey, do you know what a Vocaloid is? Who the hell starts off a conversation with, do you know what a Vocaloid is? No, I don't know what the fuck Vocaloid is. Really? Yes. If I had to take a wild guess, though, I'd assume Vocaloid is some sort of kaiju who's really good at singing, like a Godzilla-sized super mecha pop star or some shit. Alright, are you sure you don't know what Vocaloid is? What did I literally just say? Well, I mean, your wild guess was scarily close to what Vocaloid actually is. Wait, seriously? I just kinda made up some bullshit. Yeah, seriously, that random bullshit was nearly spot on. You see, Vocaloid is a band of anime-style girls who sing J-pop and star in rhythm games made by Sonic the Hedgehog. You mean Sega. No, I definitely mean Sonic. I mean, they've killed off every one of their other franchises. I'm looking at you, Golden Axe. I mean, they're essentially running themselves into the ground. Sonic is just essentially fucking lightspeed dashing into a wall over and over again until he dies. Can we please get a Sega game that isn't Sonic? Where's my Altered Beast for the PS4? I want Altered Beast on PS4 and Nintendo Switch right fucking now. Alright then, fair enough. So surprisingly, Miku not only has powers, but also some weapons and items as well. Did you just say weapons? What the hell kind of rabid fans does she have that she would need weapons? Well, I mean, I don't think she's ever assaulted a fan, but yeah, her video games and music videos have granted her some, let's say interesting things to use in combat. Alright, I'm definitely interested to see what this frilly-ass pop star has up her arsenal. Wait a second. I feel I may have made a grave mistake with my wording. Yeah, we might get demonetized for that one. Well, let's start things off with her standard outfit, which is a silver sailor uniform with a black miniskirt and a blue tie. It really doesn't defend her from much of anything, but it somehow is unaffected by literally everything. Seriously, this thing never tears or catches on fire or anything, despite the fact that she runs at high speeds so fast that her clothes should catch on fire, or the fact that she's moving through space at such high speeds that her clothes should just like come flying out from the sheer speed and force of it. Swear to God, these things are invincible. Wait, are you saying that her clothes feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal? Well, if Miku needs a less attractive but far more battle-useful outfit, she can use the impossible to pronounce Fei Yen HD. It looks so damn stupid. Like, she looks like she has like 7 fanny packs and a fucking virtual boy. Yeah, it's not exactly an attractive outfit, but stupid looks aside, this thing's pretty damn useful. With this robot suit, she gains a boost in defense, and she can run at insane speeds. Run from the humiliation of the crowd, I imagine. Why would she run when she can use her suit to shoot them with heart-shaped laser beams from her hands? Yeah, but then who would buy her merchandise? That's actually a very fair point. But, still, these things can do devastating amounts of damage if she hits an opponent with them. Moving on, though, Hatsune Miku actually has more than her quote-unquote armor. You see, Miku also wields leeks! Wait, Miku has leeks? Oh my god, it's Miku in Smash Brothers! No. I meant the vegetables. You know, a leek, it's a vegetable? No, I don't know what a leek is. Well, that's not too surprising. I'm pretty sure these things only exist in Japan. I've never really seen one outside of anime. Because you're a filthy anime fan. And wait, what the hell is she gonna do with vegetables? I mean, she could definitely hit you with them. If Peach can do a 0-to-death combo with vegetables, I don't see why Miku can't. Uh-huh. Well, how about we talk about Miku's actual weapons instead of vegetables in her mini-skirt? Well, you see, Miku also wields a pickaxe. This is useful for smashing through bricks and people's skulls. Ah, so she can hit you so hard you go back to 2009 when Minecraft was actually relevant. Yeah, basically. She also has a bell that she can ring, and yeah, it's never used for anything. God forbid she have a cool bell like Marin in Hyrule Warriors. I mean, that one can summon a sky whale to do a drive-by belly flop on people. Uh-huh. Well, where's all the cool shit, because this is kind of lame. Well, she has an umbrella that she can use to make sure she doesn't get wet. But you know what? That umbrella can't stop me. Miku can also create bubbles that can completely paralyze her enemies. Somehow. Have you ever gotten soap in your eyes? That shit burns like hell. Of course that would stop someone in their tracks. You know what? Touche, actually. Well, she can also use her leader skill to fill a huge area with a bright light, dishing out massive damage to everybody caught in the blast. Kinda like an amazing mix of Hero's magic burst from Smash Bros. And Goku's solar flare. Why do I feel like we're about to get into some really stupid shit for Miku? Well, we are talking about an anime girl who can do some crazy shit. For example, her singing can actually be used to damage enemies. That's really not as weird as I thought this was gonna be. Well, her singing can also bring people back from the dead, and she can even clean the hearts of evil people and charm them over to the side of evil. Oh, trust me, it's not her singing that would charm me over to her side of evil. Well, I mean, I guess you're not wrong. But miniskirts and adorable dances aside, Miku has some strange powers to cover. For example, Miku has the power to increase her own size to absolutely ridiculous heights. Yeah, look at this shit, she grew the size of a kaiju, all tremble in fear before Waifuzilla. Oh my god, you think that's big for Miku? Dude, she can grow to a size so massive that she's larger than planet Earth. You know that huge-ass rock in space where all the humans live? What the hell? What kind of music videos does she make that she needs to grow the size of the planet? It seems like really overkill. If I had to guess, incredibly expensive music videos. I wonder what the budget on these things are. I'm saying, you know, I'm gonna Google that. Let's see, convert to yen, add in all this, alright, program, voice actors. 71,000 fucking dollars, what the hell? Why? Why 71,000 fucking dollars? Well, absolutely absurd budgets aside, Miku has some other powers to cover. Like the fact that she can survive and even sing in the depths of the ocean and in outer fucking space. Okay, I can accept that she can breathe in space and underwater and all that bullshit, but you can't sing in space. If the alien movies have taught me anything, it's that in space no one can hear you scream. We're talking about a fourth wall breaking, reality warping pop singer who can resurrect the dead, and you're questioning how she can sing in space? You might want to rethink just everything about this. Touche, her whole power set is illogical. Yeah, it really is, but let's hop back into the realm of more standard powers for a second, because you see, Hatsune Miku can also fly through the air at high speeds, and she can even teleport. Wait, why is she only creating particles when she reappears? She just kinda vanishes into nothing, okay, and then when she reappears there's weird particles. That doesn't even make sense. Dude, she's from Japan and an anime girl. I thought after Goku vs. Godzilla you would have just learned to accept that anything from Japan doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, they're the country that brought us anime girls and Hatsune Miku can also duplicate herself several times, and I really mean several fucking times. Like, she can have over 20 of herself in the same room, and if that wasn't weird enough, each one of them have their own clothing and even sometimes art style. Like, there's the chibi Mikus and the normal Mikus in the same room. Why does every pop star we cover have the power to duplicate themselves? Name one other pop star we've covered, let alone one other pop star that can duplicate themselves. Michael Jackson, for one, can create clones of himself in the arcade game, for some fucking reason. Touche, but having 40 Mikus around is way better than 3 Michael Jacksons. For a number of reasons. Haha. Wait, are we done with our powers? Huh, that didn't get nearly as stupid as I was expecting. Oh, don't worry, I left her best powers for last. You see, Hatsune Miku is immortal! Are you fucking serious? We've covered gods, hellspawn, superheroes, and aliens, and one of the only ones of them to be immortal is a freaking pop star. Of fucking course she's immortal, why wouldn't she be? Well, her immortality isn't like Hercules where she's unkillable. She's immortal in the same kind of way that Galactus is immortal. Are we seriously comparing a cutesy anime singer to Galactus? Fucking Galactus, devourer of worlds, and one of the strongest Marvel characters of all time. Yes, we are. You see, Hatsune Miku can actually come back to life after death as long as there's someone out there somewhere who remembers her. Ah, so thanks to the internet and Rule 34 and like so much porn, I feel Miku might actually be able to live forever. Oh yeah, she probably can. Also, you know, she can come back from being deleted. In other words, she has an insane healing factor. Oh, great, let's just throw her in the bin with, you know, Wolverine and fucking Lobo. Miku has a way better healing factor than Wolverine. You okay there, buddy? Oh yeah, I just had a bit of a controversial opinion stuck in my throat, you know. Yeah, basic shit. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and talk feats. I don't think shaking your ass or any other sort of dancing would count as anything. Well, you're right about shaking your ass, but you know, Miku is actually surprisingly strong. She was able to grow the size of a kaiju and then kick the shit out of it in one-on-one combat. Did she just get a perfect KO on that thing? Yeah, that was a 0 to death combo. What the actual fuck? She's also destroyed a town-sized satellite just by looking at it. Okay, but why though? She's also changed day to night in the span of about 4 seconds, and Miku has pushed out stars at massively faster than light speeds. Hell, she's even pushed the entire night sky around the Earth. She's also grown to sizes so massive she could hop across pretty much every planet in the solar system effortlessly. You know, I might want to call her up to have her help us, you know, get rid of that Gygus guy. Also to have her do some more personal favors for me, if you know what I'm saying. Well, good luck with that. Anyway, Miku is also crazy fast. She shows she can go from Earth to Neptune in about 4 seconds. Hell, Miku's even turned into a meteor that can fly so fast she passes 3 stars every fucking second. Did you say a meteor? But why? Why can she do that? Hell, her and her friends were able to travel from Jupiter to the Andromeda Galaxy in 3 seconds. That's a distance of nearly 2.5 million light years. After this episode, we knew something with less stupid feats, alright? Plus, Miku is one tough bitch. She's been hit so hard that she flew from Australia to Malaysia in 3 seconds. Why is every feat for her in the span of 3 seconds? I really don't know, it's probably just a coincidence. She's also survived being deleted, as well as being at the bottom of the ocean and in outer space with no protection. Plus, with the massive size that she can grow to, she can likely survive a whole lot more punishment. Well, Miku's also pretty damn skilled. She did actually beat a kaiju in a flawless one-on-one battle, and she's able to make her way through a platforming adventure. Plus, she's a great singer and dancer. Hell, she even sang and danced to a beautiful remix of Heaven from Persona 4 while in their spin-off game, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Did you just say Persona? Yes, I did. Like the one with Joker, the stands for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, I mean, what other Persona is there? Why the hell doesn't she have a Persona then? Because she was a DLC for a rhythm spin-off game. Although she is canon because, you know, she does get reference to the story of that game, so maybe in the future we can see Miku kick the shit out of Joker or something. Well, kick-ass crossovers aside, Miku isn't perfect. She does actually lack actual combat experience other than that kaiju battle. Hell, even in one of her songs she says she's not a fighter. But despite that one flaw, Miku will kick your ass, shake hers, and look damn good while doing it.
Why can't I see? Why can't I see all the colors that you see? Please can I be? Please can I be colorful and free? What the hell's going on? Can someone tell me please? Why am I switching faster than the channels on TV? I'm black and I'm white. No, something is not right. My enemy is invisible. I don't know how to fight. The dream of fear is what I'm
A long-ass fucking time ago, in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. But yeah, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. His name was Young JB, and he refused to step in line. A vision he doth seeth, fucking rocking all the time. He rode a taste of jam, and all the planets did align. Oh, the dragon's balls were blazing as I stepped into his cave, and I sliced his fucking cockles with a long and shiny blade. 'Twas I who fucked the dragon, fuck-a-lie, sing fuck-a-loo. And if you try and fuck with me, then I shall fuck you too. Yes! Out of that cutesy girl shit, it's time to talk Brutal Legend. A game of intense violence, blood, gore, demons, and heavy metal so powerful, it literally kills people. I see you're just as excited as I am to talk about my main man, Eddie Riggs. Fuck yeah, I am. He's basically Jack Black mixed with Hellboy and Doom Guy. Well then, how about we stop talking about Jack Black and start talking about the Demon Slayer himself, Eddie Riggs. Oh, what does Eddie have in terms of powers? Well, you see, during one of Eddie's first few fights in the world of heavy metal, he actually got poisoned, which caused some strange effects. Combo, I don't think tetanus and dysentery are superpowers. At least I hope they aren't. Otherwise, every man in the Oregon Trail was like Superman. What? No, he didn't get tetanus. He got infected with demon blood, which grants Eddie the ability to turn into a demon and grow fucking wings. With these wings, he's actually able to soar across the battlefield, allowing him to get the jump on enemies like a Kirby player in Smash Ultimate. So wait, is that it for powers? Yeah, Eddie doesn't have that many natural powers, but he more than makes up for this with his weapons. Oh yeah, he does. Like his signature weapon, the Separator Battle Axe. This weapon is an incredibly sharp battle axe that Eddie can use to hack and slash his way through enemies. But this thing can be upgraded throughout the game, allowing him to do more than just chop up his demon foes and nothing but a meat slurry like you would find in McDonald's chicken nuggets. Disgusting analogies aside, Eddie can power up the separator axe with lightning to shock his foes with enough electricity to stun them for a few seconds, essentially making this axe double as a taser, which is kick-ass as all hell. Eddie Riggs can also power up this axe with poison, allowing him to, well, poison his foes. So even if he were to only slightly hit you, you'd be slowly dying for the rest of the fight. Come to think of it, that one actually might be tetanus. You know, it probably is. But unknown poison and diseases aside, Eddie can also ignite his axe into flames to burn and incinerate his foes. And thanks to some demon bullshit, his axe actually gets stronger with every single kill, essentially making his battle axe kind of like a heavy metal version of a Saiyan. Well, while this battle axe is great for devastating his foes through stats effects and just general hacking and slashing like a heavy metal version of Bayonetta, there's one thing that Eddie loves using his axe for more than anything. And what would that be? Decapitation! You see, Eddie is a badass demon slayer and a master of his axe, but his favorite means of killing is by decapitating his foe with a quick swing of his axe, and then yelling out his signature battle cry of... Children?
Decapitation!
Haha, hell yeah! I mean, is there really anything more badass than tearing off your opponent's head? Well, no, not really, but sadly that's it for his axe. So let's go ahead and move on to Eddie's next weapon, his axe. What, buddy, I think that's a typo in the script. Nope, the next item in Eddie's arsenal is his electric guitar, Clementine. Oh yeah, this weapon's like the best weapon in the game. Seriously, this thing's like an RPG hero condensed into the most badass instrument ever made. Oh yeah, with this guitar, Eddie can play guitar solos and power chords that allow him to devastate his foes. Such as with Shocker. No, not the Spider-Man villain, but instead a power chord that Eddie can play to summon a bolt of lightning to strike his opponents down, and even stun them for a second or two. And with the flame chord, Eddie can create a pillar of fire to burn his foes alive in a beautiful combination of heavy metal and pyrotechnics. Kinda reminds me of my birthday last year. How the hell does that remind you of your birthday? Let's just say Roman candles still make for good birthday candles, and Rob Zombie makes for the most awesome running away from several explosions music that you've ever heard. Well, moving on, Eddie can also use Earthshake to create huge shockwaves and damage knockback and even stun his opponents for several seconds. Also can do this.
Come on, you!
Decapitation!
There. It is dead. And you, I will now teach you. Hang on. I shall now teach you of French kissing.
Yes! More decapitation! Well, Eddie can also use Clementine to create a huge blast of fire that bursts open to damage his foes. He also launch fireballs at them to burn them like Goombas when Mario gets powered up by that fire flower. He can also use the power slide and knock away his opponents by sliding into them. And with a few quick notes of his guitar, Eddie can energize an opponent with so much electricity that they explode quicker than a Voltorb hooked up to a fucking car battery by their nipples. Wait, do Pokemon have nipples? And lastly, when it comes to basic solos, Eddie can use the flash pot to launch his enemies into the air, allowing him to extend his combos. But those are only Eddie's basic solos, which don't even compare to his actual best guitar solos in the game, which have some more devastating effects. Such as with Anvil of Burden, where Eddie plays his guitar solo that places a chain around his victim's legs that's attached to a fucking anvil. As you can imagine, this slows them down tremendously, kinda like a cartoon character. Dude, if Bendy could throw anvils over his head, I can't imagine that these things would slow anyone down. You would be surprised at how effective this solo is. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now so we don't start repeating ourselves like some sort of broken record. Pun intended. But all of these guitar solos do require Eddie to play a quick guitar solo first, as you can imagine. With that being said, Eddie has plenty more solos he can play. Like with Bring It Home, where Eddie summons a large blimp that comes crashing down before exploding, devastating the battlefield it hits. Think of it like a heavy metal version of the moon from Majora's Mask. Ah, but who cares about big balloons when Eddie can use the fucking face melter solo to fucking melt his opponent's faces off. Like literally melts them off. They become a disgusting liquid on the ground. You know, I wonder how that tastes. Oh yeah, that's my favorite solo in the game. It's really useful in giant battles. And wait, what the fuck did you say? Next up on his list is Call of the Wild. With Call of the Wild, Eddie can summon a legion of metal beasts to rip apart and eat his opponents. If you need help picturing what that would look like, imagine a pack of man bear pigs from South Park just eating the flesh of their enemies. That's actually a scarily close comparison. And finally on Eddie's playlist of solos is Summon Deuce. This allows Eddie to summon his car the Deuce at any point from anywhere. That's actually pretty damn useful, especially when you take into consideration the fact that this thing has nitro boosters, miniguns, and heat-seeking fucking missiles. Imagine if Master Chief was a car and that's basically the Deuce. Yeah, that's actually surprisingly accurate. Now let's go ahead and talk about feats. Well, Eddie's strong enough to easily dismantle and slash his way through hordes of demons, and he's more than capable of carrying these huge amps around. On top of that, he's managed to kill a Spider Queen, who's a huge spider made of metal, and he's showing he can take on people way larger than himself. And he's also managed to fight and kill Daviculus. Hell, he even straight up decapitated him in a single slash. And keep in mind that Daviculus has shown that he's just way superior to all of his lesser demons, including previous bosses, who can survive a blast from the blib summoned by Eddie's Bring It Home solo. Keep in mind that if we compare the Zeppelin to that of the Hindenburg, then the explosion should be comparable to that of a fucking hydrogen bomb. Hell, Eddie's also built a car. That sounds like it'd be an intelligence feat. Well, no, not really. He built the car with his bare fucking hands for some fucking reason. Oh yeah, Eddie's fucking ridiculous. He's actually quick enough to dodge fireballs and lightning bolts, and he's kept up with Daviculus, who can dodge lightning bolts during their fights. And with his wings, he's capable of crossing battlefields in mere seconds. He's also durable enough to be burned, stabbed, fall long distances, be struck by lightning, and even survive beatings from Daviculus, who, as we mentioned earlier, should be superior to the Bring It Home Zeppelin explosion. Eddie's also a genius and battle tactician, as he knows how to lead an army, and he can build stages, merch booths, and freaking cars in mere seconds. And that's all just his previous knowledge as being a roadie, and what he's learned during these battles. But he isn't perfect. Eddie can't continuously play his guitar because it will get warmer and warmer with each time he plays it, and he can't play when it's glowing because, well, it's too hot. That, and when he's playing his guitar solos, he's left incredibly vulnerable. On top of that, his face melter solo only works on enemies that are weaker than him. It won't affect anybody who's on par or stronger than him. But despite those flaws, Eddie Riggs is ready to kick ass, rock hard, and show the enemies why he's the chosen metal warrior.
Son of Sakoria, suckled by the dry teat of man. You are half so many things, I doubt any part of you is whole. Is there even a word for a creature such as you?
Yeah, I'm a roadie. I keep the trash off the stage.
Alright, our combatants are set, but only one musical warrior can come out on top in a fight to the death. Let's settle this! Eddie Riggs is standing by the side of a stage, finishing preparation for a Tenacious D concert, when someone walks by him and informs him of a new opening band by the name of Vocaloid. Eddie scratches his head in confusion for a few moments before the man points at a blue-haired girl, standing by some other girls. Eddie then looks at her angrily before walking over and tapping her on the shoulder. Miku turns around and sees Eddie. She introduces herself as Eddie informs her that this is a rock concert and that her cutesy J-pop garbage isn't gonna cut it here. Miku looks at Eddie agitated for a few minutes before Eddie grabs her by the arm and tries to escort her out. Miku rips her arm from Eddie's grasp and pushes Eddie back. Eddie looks at her before he pulls out his guitar and plays a power chord, opening a portal beneath them, causing them to fall into a new hell-scorched land of demonic energy and metal. Miku lands to see Eddie standing there in front of her holding a battle axe. Miku gets up and kicks at Eddie, who rolls back and dodges the kick before countering by swinging his axe overhead at Miku. Miku barely avoids the swing and dashes backwards. As she looks down, she notices her tie was cut in half. She then looks over at Eddie pissed before flying forward at him. Eddie then smirks before slashing his axe at Miku, but she vanishes and reappears behind Eddie and kicks him in the head. Eddie then stumbles forward as Miku kicks Eddie in the back several times. Eddie spins around with his axe, but Miku vanishes, only to reappear in the air above Eddie. She starts to taunt him for a few moments, but she's stopped as Eddie strums his guitar, causing a bolt of lightning to strike her out of the air. Miku then plummets down to the ground. As Miku bounces off the ground from the impact of the strike, Eddie quickly plays a power chord, causing a fire to erupt up under Miku, burning her. Miku tries to get up, but Eddie runs over and kicks her in the stomach, knocking her back down. Eddie then holds his battle axe in the air, causing it to get struck by lightning, electrifying it. Eddie then swings his axe down towards Miku's head, but Miku grabs the blade and starts to absorb the electricity. Miku then jumps up and starts to levitate as a blast of electricity blasts out, knocking Eddie back. Eddie then reorients himself as his eyes turn yellow and wings sprout from his back. Miku starts to sing, creating blasts of energy that hit Eddie in the head, knocking him back. Several more blasts fly towards Eddie, who flies in the air, dodging the attacks before launching down a storm of fireballs to burn Miku. Miku gets burned badly by the fireballs as she flies up and flips around before hitting Eddie and straight down with an axe kick to his head. Miku then floats down to see Eddie standing there, coughing up a little blood. Miku then levitates in front of Eddie for a few moments before flying forward and backhanding him. As Eddie stumbles back a bit, she kicks him in the stomach before finishing her combo with a spin kick, launching Eddie back into a hunk of metal. Eddie then gets up in pain and hears Miku singing, causing a barrier to form around her. Eddie then thinks for a moment before grabbing his guitar and playing a solo, causing a horde of mangled metal beasts to charge at Miku. The beasts slash and bite at Miku's barrier, but Miku seems completely unaffected by this. Eddie then starts to strum his guitar again as Miku sings out a beautiful song, causing the metal beasts to freak out for a few moments. Eddie continues to play his guitar as the beast's red eyes turn to blue, and they charge at Eddie. As the beasts jump and pounce towards Eddie to attack, Eddie finishes his solo, causing a shockwave to go out, causes the beast's faces to melt off as Miku's barrier starts to crack. Eddie then strums his guitar several more times as his car comes flying from behind, shattering Miku's barrier and hitting her. As Miku flies forward through the air, Eddie plays his guitar once more, causing a bolt of lightning to strike her down. Eddie then quickly hops in his car as Miku falls to the ground. Before Miku can hit the ground, Eddie starts to unload his car's miniguns and missiles into her, causing a massive explosion. Miku's barely able to stand up after the explosion as Eddie gets out of his car and raises his axe into the air, causing it to ignite into flames. Eddie then runs over and jumps at Miku, screaming, "Decapitation!" As the axe hits Miku in the head, it stops as Miku flies up and begins to grow at a rapid rate. Eddie starts to play his guitar, calling down blimps that start exploding on Miku as she grows to such a massive size, but they seem to have no effect. Eddie tries to strike her with lightning, but nothing seems to faze Miku as she grows to a size so massive, all Eddie can see is her blue eye in the sky. Miku then picks up the plane and crushes it between her hands, before throwing the remains of rubble into the sun, incinerating them. Miku then giggles and jumps up in the air in victory as nothing remains of the roadie that stood in her way. What the actual fuck? Did Eddie Riggs just lose to that anime girl who sings some frilly-ass pop songs? Yeah, as much as I love Brutal Legend and Eddie Riggs, this was not a fight he could have won, and that really shouldn't shock anyone who paid attention to their feats. Seriously, isn't Eddie like a demon-slaying monster? Yeah, and his feats are impressive, especially for just being a guy. I mean, he can tear through demons and metal monsters with ease, and he can kill large demons like the Spider Queen. But his best feat was being able to take down Diviculus, who's the strongest demon in the game, and his bosses are able to survive the Bring It Home solo, which summons a giant blimp that crashes down and explodes. Yeah, that's the one we compared to the Hindenburg. Yes, the Hindenburg's explosion was very similar to that of a fucking hydrogen bomb, which would mean Eddie can trade blows with people who should be around, if not higher than city level. Yeah man, that's impressive. Most popular superheroes like Spider-Man and Captain America hit about town to city. Yeah, and like I said, Eddie is super powerful, but Miku's simply on a whole other level. Hatsune Miku can take out kaiju effortlessly and destroy a town-sized satellite just by looking at it. Literally by looking at it, it exploded. She's also able to push around stars and entire night skies. Hell, she can grow to such a massive size that the Earth fits in her hands, or she can hop across the planets like there's some sort of game of hopscotch. These feats alone should put her at bare minimum star level, if not multi-solar system to maybe even galaxy level. Seriously, Eddie Riggs gets a whole damn demon-slaying adventure, and he only hits city level. Miku gets one guest appearance in a Persona rhythm game, and some music videos, and she somehow hits galaxy level. Well, she does have her own video games as well. Also, to put this power gap into perspective, you know how we compared Eddie's power to that of, like, Spider-Man or Captain America? Yeah, what about it? Well, you see, Miku's power would be somewhere along the lines of Thor. Seriously? Yeah, really. She is that much stronger than him. Well, what about speed? Is Eddie even able to keep up with her? Not even a little bit. You see, Eddie can fight demons who can dodge fire and lightning, so he should be able to fight and react to massively hypersonic speeds. Miku, on the other hand, can fly through galaxies in mere seconds, and she can move so fast she becomes a literal comet, easily putting her in massively faster than light speeds. Okay, Eddie is severely outclassed, but he can still win, right? He can use Face Melter! Melt that pretty-ass face off of her. Ooh, I wish he could, but Miku's pretty face wouldn't even be affected. You see, Face Melter only works on people weaker than Eddie, not people who are on par with or far stronger than him. So yeah, that's a no-go, but even if we assumed it could work on Miku, Hatsune Miku has a healing factor so good that she came back from being erased. Not to mention, she can always just, resurrect herself as long as somebody out there remembers her. So Eddie wouldn't be able to get past that sort of godly healing factor or immortality. Well, what about his other solos? Well, Anvil of Burden would slow Miku down, but not enough that it would matter. And Call of the Wild may give Eddie an army, but Miku can change people's morality just by, singing. So she can likely turn these things against Eddie. Not to mention, you gotta keep in mind that while doing these solos, Eddie's incredibly vulnerable to attacks. He's literally standing still playing his guitar. Did Eddie have really anything in this fight? Well, he does support the better genre of music, although I gotta say, Miku's music did grow on me a little bit while working on this episode, especially this track you hear playing in the back. Also, I will give you this, Eddie is a far better fighter, by like a long shot. There's really not even a contest there. But better music and skill won't have him win this fight, especially when he's this badly outclassed. Damn it! Alright, let's go put him on the win-loss record with another loss. It looks like Hatsune Miku Mela denied Eddie this win. Our winner is Hatsune Miku.
届けたい
All
Next time on Combo Breaker!
One thing very few people know about Slap City is that you can honestly go even further beyond. Look at him. Just sitting there.
Menacingly.
So we tweeted it out, and now we just got to see if people are brave enough to fight him.
Charlie could rocket up into the sky, not gonna stop. Invincible, real invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't like titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Real invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't like titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible.
Oh god, this is gonna be a weird ass matchup. What the hell was that a trailer for? Oh, you see, it's Hard DK from Alpharad versus Really Joel's dad Fish Bungeon from Slap City. What the fuck does that even mean? Just know it's gonna be a hilarious episode. Let me know what you guys think of the match down below. Give me who you think who you think's gonna win, and have a great day, guys. How are they supposed to let you know who they think is gonna win if you're using such stupid and obscure characters? Please, for the love of God, can we do a different fight? Nope. Have a great day, guys.